Welcome to Bad Food Blog, and this one is an interesting one because we're starting off with this. These are cook-in sauces. You get these from the supermarket. They're pretty nice. This is the butter chicken one from Patak's, and it's pretty good actually. This really isn't bad food. This is going to be good food. Gonna use my trusty rice cooker, which even though I have the Ninja Foodie, I still prefer doing rice in this because it's kind of put the rice in, put it on, forget about it. And plain chicken breasts, frozen fillets. Now, it's because that goes with this. The three of us are going to eat, and let's go through the ingredients, and I'm going to follow the jar exactly as it's written. Okay. Fry 4 diced chicken breast, or 400 grams of paneer in a little oil until sealed. No idea what paneer is. I think it's a type of tofu, maybe. I don't know. But 4 chicken breasts. Now, chicken breasts, I'm not going to cook them straight from this. I'm going to get a knife, get a plate, and let's get the chicken breast defrosted in the microwave, because that's what I need to do with them. I need the chicken breasts defrosted. I also need to pull the camera out a little. There we go. That's better. It's more like what we're dealing with. Right. Getting the knife out fail there. Does this bag have an open end? Nope. I'm going to open it from the top. No, I'm going to open it from the end so I can seal it back up. There we go. Now I need 4 chicken breasts. Now after handling frozen chicken breasts, I'm going to have to wash my hands. Oh, these are very large chicken breasts. I think I'm going to do 3. See the size of these. Look at them. They're absolutely enormous. Oh, the recipe did call for 4. That one's quite a small one. So, put a clip on these. Put this back in the freezer. Now here comes the fun part. This is going to take a while. I'm going to pop this in the microwave. You follow your own microwave instructions. Don't follow mine. For I think once probably about 400 grams to a kilo of frozen chicken. It's going to take a while to defrost in my microwave, and I'll show you when that's done. So here we are at the microwave. You follow your instructions for your microwave. Now, I know the plate weighs a little bit, but I'm going to weigh this frozen chicken so I can work out how to defrost it accurately. I'm doing this off to the side. Sorry about this. That's about 1.2 kilos. So, express defrost, chicken portions, up 1.2 kilos. So the chicken has defrosted enough for me to want to start cutting it up, and I'm going to dice it, and it's pretty cool. And try and do it without touching with these tongs, because I hate touching raw chicken. It feels all slimy and then I can't touch anything else. I have a nice sharp knife. There we go. And seeing as I'm dicing it for curry, yep, sharp enough, not sharp enough to cut through multiple pieces of chicken at once. Well, not that many anyway. Got to make sure all the pieces are roughly the same size. There we are. Would have liked to have marinated them in some sauce before browning them, but a little bit pushed for time if I want to be eating this at a reasonable hour. Perfectly defrosted, just on the edge of starting to cook there, if you look at some of those bits. Yep. Next one. As you can see, the frozen chicken is much larger in size than when it defrosts because of the expansion of the water. Try and get this done as quickly as possible. I may edit this out and then all of a sudden it will go pink and it'll be going in the pan. Although I thought you'd be interested to see my technique for not touching the chicken. It's not like a fear or anything, it's just slimy and horrible, and then when you're touching it, you're touching everything else in the kitchen, and you know, if you're going to get food poisoning, it's going to be from a raw poultry product, most likely, because chickens and pork is not treated well on a farm. Well, nothing is really these days. Calling it a farm, they're factories these days. Agricultural, industrial agricultural places. Not that I don't like eating meat, but you have to be honest about what happens to the animal. Then you can't have vegans and vegetarians yell at you, oh, you don't know where your food comes from. Yes, I do, and I'm perfectly willing to accept the fact that it was an animal. I don't think they come pre-packaged. Oh, this one's still a bit frozen. Doesn't make that much difference. It's defrosted enough that I can cut it. Oh. There's a little bit more chicken than I intended, but we'll have some left over to make some sandwiches or something with tomorrow. It's a great thing about curry is it's very versatile once it's cooked. You should never keep rice for the next day because of the bacteria that grows on it, and the poison that comes out of that bacteria is not destroyed by cooking, but the curry itself with the chicken in. Love making food of it the next day. Even makes a great pizza topping. A lot of people are going to disagree with that. Well, I've already got the pan hot, so I'll get this over and throw it in the pan. Here we go, lovely hot pan, and here comes all of the lovely chicken. Then I'm going to have to do quite a bit of clearing up. First of all, there we are. Oh, let's get this stirred and in properly. Oh, really starting to smell like chicken now. Perfect. Seal it. Oh, get that temperature right up. Let's get some seasoning on it as well. Not too much, just a little bit. A little bit of salt. A little bit of pepper. Just helps add some flavour to it. Also gives something to sort of separate them out as they're cooking. Adds to the smell as well. So I want to brown these off, which means I don't want to cook them all the way through, but I want to make sure that I don't see any pink before the sauce goes in. And while that's doing that part, it's also time to do the rice. It is happening just off the side of the camera, and I will be turning the camera around so you can see it. It is happening here. Well, I wonder if I can zoom out a little bit and put the ultra wide on. There, now you can see both. How about that? That is a wide camera angle. Because this is juggling. Right. Right. This has a little marker in it. It says 2. I have to fill it up with water to that marker. Right, yep. So I have to fill the water up to the number 2 mark. And then put 2 cups of rice in. Rice in, not rice in. There we go. There's the rice. Don't have a jug handy. I'll use this. I didn't have a jug handy, so I'm just using this pan to move the water around. There we go, up to the little 2 marker. Two cupfuls of rice. This type of rice is a jasmine sticky rice, which is really intended for maybe Japanese or Chinese food, but it doesn't need washing. It's pre-washed and it comes out nice and sticky, but I do like to even it out the bottom there like that. Now comes the hard part, cooking the rice. There we go, it's done. When that unclicks later on, when that goes from cook to keep warm, the rice is done. That's all you have to do with that machine. It's fantastic. Okay, how's this looking? Hey, almost there. Getting there, starting to brown a little bit in places. Still got a lot of pink to get down to the bottom. As expected with this pan, it cooks pretty evenly, but let's take it off the super wide. Whoa, whoops. Bad camera work there, did you see that? Push the wrong button on your camera and everything goes wrong. A little bit of pink stuff left to get down the bottom there. Starting to sweat out the chicken, quite a bit of water coming out of it. It's that type of supermarket frozen chicken, so I imagine it contains quite a bit of water. I'd probably soak it in brine or something to get more water in it, or some sort of trick, who knows. They do, after all, sell it by the kilo, so whatever they do to make sure. Okay, I'm going to have to edit this down quite a bit anyway, but it's almost time to put the sauce in. I'll pause it and be ready to put the sauce in when you are. Okay, all of the pink stuff is gone. There. Tip all of that in. Get a tiny bit of water. Not much. Just enough to rinse that out with. And let's stir all that in. It's a little bit watery, but I intend to cook it down a bit. A bit more water is going to come out of the chicken. I'm also going to add some vegetables because there's no, I mean, rice is technically a kind of vegetable, but we don't just want it like this. Look at this. It's going to have some wonderful sweet corn in it as well. Well, add some other stuff. Good old fashioned. So I'm going to add some other stuff to it as well. The good old fashioned vegetable medley. There you go, just to fill it out a bit and to give everybody a little bit of extra. That, of course, will increase the cooking time because it's frozen, but it'll also add some additional flavour, fill it out a bit more, and not just make it feel just like chicken breast. There we go, looks far more appetizing now. But I gotta say, curry doesn't always look its best until it's fully cooked. And that's got to boil down a bit. Might put the lid on that and get it to let it get as hot as it can. Because that chicken is not yet fully cooked through, which is why I'm not tasting or trying this till it's fully cooked. We will come back later. We're at a boiling point. Both are going crazy. Just thickening the sauce a little bit on this one. Everything's probably pretty well cooked now, just needs to simmer for another 5-10 minutes, but it's thickening up nicely. You can hear that on the other side. Let me zoom around to it. That's the rice cooker about to pop. As soon as a certain amount of the water drops off, there's a magnet in there which, when it reaches over 100 degrees centigrade, will just go tunk and it drops down, it loses its magnetic, and this turns off the power to the heating ring. It's a very old design. It's fantastic. It's still used today. This has the exact same mechanism in the bottom as this one. When it runs out of water, it's like a safety thing. It's like a kettle you can't overboil, basically. And the rice, of course, is cooked once all the water's boiled off. Back to here. Smells so nice. Next time you see this, we'll be dishing it up in a second. Everything is ready, time to dish it up. This has got thicker, boiled down quite a bit. Rice is cooked. Yum, yum, yum. Here we go. And here we are, the dish is finished. Just time to serve it up. I've already put the rice on the plates. And here we go. Yummy. My assistant, that's Max's. No kitty, there's none for you. Oops, I made a mess there, did you see that? Damn. And this is my one, I like slightly less rice. Oh. Right, there we go. All ready. Let me just try it and let you know what it tastes like. Everybody eats this one with a fork. There's no need for a knife. That's why everything is pre-cut and to the correct size already. Wow, that sauce is really nice. This is really nice. Just a little bit spicy and absolutely perfect. If you like the video, please like and share the video, and please think of subscribing. Thanks. Bye.